Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2024 BMW M4 Competition. This is the convertible, finished off in Alpine white, and its MSRP is just over $107,000. We have a very performance-oriented and fun top-down experience for this vehicle, and we will start off with what this is powered by. This is the 3-liter twin power turbo inline 6. It is paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission, pumping out 503 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque, sent through that xDrive all-wheel drive system. It will propel this 4,300-pound sports car from 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. Top speed is 174 miles an hour. Now, as we work our way to the exterior styling, I love with all the M cars, all the indentions that are in this front bumper. Massive kidney grille with the forward-facing camera, plenty of cutouts provide a lot of cooling. There's also parking sensors, the honeycomb mesh with more inlets, and then gloss black accents to tie it in nicely for those end caps. There's also air inlets just above that, LED headlights with that laser light technology, and then the lines from the grille work their way into the hood. So I think that's a nice integration with the sizing of that kidney grille. It just blends it in a lot nicer. Now, this also has a staggered setup for these very nice gloss black wheels. They're 19 by 9.5 up front, 20 by 10.5 in the rear. With the M Sport brakes, 6 pistons up front, single pistons in the rear. And this particular model does have some carbon fiber goodies. It's on the mirror caps, which also have the turn signal camera underneath that, and it's in the entire lower side skirt. That has a really nice side blade just behind that door. And then there's the M comp badge on that trim piece. Some very nice lines that run down the side too, and as you can tell with the convertible, I think it has a really nice look. And you can even put the top up, so not only can we look at the top operation, but now we can take a look at what it will look like with the soft top up. You do have to continue to hold this button, but it's really cool. You can hit unlock 2 in order to put the top down. So you don't even have to be in the vehicle in order for this process to happen, but you do need to be within proximity for it to complete its process. And then with the windows up, this is what it looks like with the soft top. I think it has a great look either way. And then in back, there's the LED taillights, which hopefully you can see are illuminated. Backup camera is right in the middle of the logo. There's all these sensors, more gloss black, and then there's also carbon fiber for the quad tip dual exhaust tips. And you can also use the key fob to remote start this. So let's take a listen. And then you can also use the key fob to shut it off. You can use it to open up the trunk or use that control. Now, with the top currently up, you can actually push this out of the way where you get a lot more space. You can even fold down the back seat. So there is a release there to put in larger items. And then this is the divider. It has to be in this position for the top to go down. So that way the vehicle knows all of your items are located behind that. So you still have storage with the top down, which is nice. And then as we work our way to the interior, this has a beautiful interior with the exterior white. So we have the darker brown leather, brushed aluminum, Harman Kardon for the sound system. There's all the window adjustments, memory seating, and then more storage down below. And then these even have heated headrests. So when you have the top down, you can still stay warm. They are automatic, minus the one manual adjustment. And then as we hop into the back seats, that seat will automatically work its way forwards once you have it in that position. And at 5'10", I really can't complain. We have climate adjustments, there's little storage bins, some armrest, you get cup holders in the middle. You can also gain access to the trunk by opening that there. But I have a 1/2 inch or so of headroom, and it's actually very spacious. A little bit tight on the legroom, so you just have to accommodate for that. But I could ride around town if I needed to be in the back seat. You're not sacrificing much room for this two-doored 4-seater. Well, let's start this back up where we have the M Sport steering wheel, massive carbon fiber paddles, M1 and M2. There's cruise control. This is a heated steering wheel too. And then you have volume tuning and then your infotainment or your gauge cluster setup info that you can go through. So there's some content that you can scroll through. And then there's also the head-up display. So with the head-up display, you can go through your standard view, which is just miles per hour and the speed limit sign. You can also pull up directional, and then standard and reduced are going to be roughly the same. Now you can also change that by pushing on M mode. So if we go into sport mode, it not only changes the entire gauge cluster, but now the RPM is massive on the head-up display. Track mode is just going to shut off the entire infotainment system. So it is the same as sport mode. Now on the left side, there's all of the headlight adjustments, a little bit of storage. And then as we work our way back to this infotainment system, you have quite a lot to go through. On the entire home screen, you can go through all this information as needed. You can even add some info if you'd like to. And then you have shortcuts for your navigation. You can get into your music, your phone, pull up Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, go through your climate adjustments. You even have your M drift analyzer. So if you want to drift in your M4, you can calculate and keep track of how you are doing. There's also the climate menu in the lower section to get into your heated and ventilated seats, as well as all of your temperature adjustments. And then more carbon fiber with 2 air vents. There's power and volume for your radio, all of your tuning. When you open up this carbon fiber lid, it reveals wireless charging, cup holders, and even some auxiliaries. And then you do have shortcuts to get into this screen. So you don't have to use it as a touchscreen system, which is nice. Now this is reverse, and this has the 360 camera system. So you can clearly see around the entire vehicle by going through all of these different diagrams. There's even a top-down view as well. And then you have drive, manual setting, you have park, and then you can even adjust the transmission. Now on this left side, there's traction control, a shortcut to the forward-facing camera. You have your parking sensors with your engine start stop. And then when you push on setup, this is another shortcut to get into M1 and M2. So this is how you can configure these shortcuts depending on how you want to drive. If you want to have one side in efficient and one side in sport plus, they make it very quickly adjustable so that way you can drive as needed. Now there's auto hold along with the parking brake. You have the top operation for inside, and then the heated seat or heated headrest adjustments. A little bit of storage in that armrest there. And then the glove box also has plenty of space. And as far as visibility goes, you have a little bit of a pillar there, but the windows are so large on both sides, and you really don't have any blind spots over that left side either. And still in a Sport Plus second gear, here we go. And just like that, we're up to speed. Brakes do a great job, and the handling of this car is amazing. Super solid, direct steering. This is a car that you can just rip on and really have some fun. I would be excited to put the full potential of this car to the test and really see what else it can do. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the M4 Competition. Hopefully you can hear how quickly this is downshifting by itself. This is a sweet car. I love the seating position. I love how it drives too. And when you're ready to, we can put it back into efficient, and exhaust will tone down, steering will tone down. We have the chassis, brakes, engine. It all just gets a little bit less tame. And we have a lot of nice materials for this specific option. So you can spec this with so many different options just depending on your budget. You don't have to spend 6 figures on an M4. If you want a little bit more of a basic one, or you want the manual transmission, you don't have to spend 6 figures. Again, just depending on options that you would like to add. So there's a huge pricing in the M4. You can also go with the M2 if you'd like. It's a little bit smaller of a vehicle, but it still weighs almost the same as the M4 now. It used to be a lot less in weight compared to the M4, but the M2 is an option, a little bit smaller of the interior space, so the back seats will be smaller as well. So it just depends on which one you'd like to get. Automatic and manual are available in the M2, and we have several videos on the M2 if you'd like to check those out as well. But the M4, definitely a great option. The ultimate dad sports car. I'm sure the kids would have a lot of fun in the back. But let's give it one more acceleration for today's video. And that's going to wrap it up. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing this M4 for me today. Take a look at their website. That link is down in the description. And if you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.